I don't see how, in God's name, anybody can enjoy living in a place like that. First snow, I'm out, or you could die. Who who thinks if I go outside today, I could perish. I could pass away if I go outdoors today and have outdoors actively trying to get inside of your house. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today, of course, I am talking about True Detective Season 4, Episodes 1 through 5. Sorry, I'm just a little late to the party. I was busy with other stuff, but never mind excuses. People want to know if this thing is good. I will be perfectly honest with you. I have had a good time watching this show. Now, that does not mean that I was not worried. Okay. I was a little bit worried at the beginning, probably around episode 3 is where I started to be like, we'll start a veer off course here. This show stars Jodie Foster as Liz Danvers and Kali Reis as Evangeline Navaro. Both did a phenomenal job. My only issue with them is that they were not together a lot, right? They're both doing their own thing a lot, like a lot. But the story that they're involved in is pretty good. Uh, Evangeline Navarro, she's kind of broken a little bit. Her sister is having, she's bipolar and she's having these mental breakdowns, but she doesn't want to be hospitalized, so she has to deal with that. Not only that, but she has to deal with the fact that she lost someone recently, and that case has not been solved, and it doesn't seem like anybody's really interested in solving it. Jodie Foster's character is kind of an ass. She does not really care for the Eskimo people, as it were. Not one single one. I don't know how you get this job and stay here and you don't care about these people. Her adopted daughter is Eskimo, and she could honestly care less. She could care less. She could not care less about this lady's, about her daughter's heritage or any of that. Nothing. She just doesn't care. As a matter of fact, she's kind of racist a little bit. Story is centered around these 5 or 6 scientists who are out performing experiments on the ice, and then all of a sudden they go missing. No one knows exactly where they are. They call in the police. They kind of act like they really don't give a shit, uh, except Jodie Foster's character, Liz. So there's this huge manhunt, and then they actually find them on the ice. Oh my God, raise your hand if that disturbs you. I'm gonna tell you right now. So there's a particular point. There will be spoilers for this. So if you have not seen it, go watch it, then come back. And when you do, and you enjoy the content, like, share, subscribe for your boy. At least leave a like. Helps out the algorithm. Helps me out. Appreciate you. There's a certain point in this show or in this episode where they see the mangled faces of these people who are stuck in the ice, and I'm just in sheer disbelief. I'm like, this show is incredible. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with this show. So they've realized that they got to move these people, right? But they are frozen solid. So one of the police officers, she tries, I don't know why, but she tries to move all of them by grabbing one guy's arm, and immediately his arm breaks off. And then he just goes, ladies and gentlemen, do you know if that had been me and I was a police officer, them folks would have stayed right there. Wouldn't have been no arrest report, wouldn't have been no death report, nothing. No, I wouldn't have wrote nothing up. So the next move is they find like an excavator or something like that, and they move the bodies from the ice into a skating rink where they're allowed to thaw slowly so they can get some evidence off of it. Apparently, we don't lock doors in this town because any child who wants to come in and have a conversation is allowed to walk up and view this absolute nightmare with both eyes and be terrified for the rest of their lives. We couldn't get like a tarp or a tent or something. Maybe lock the doors to the stadium, anything, nothing. Just come in terrified. After that, there was nothing. Nothing. There weren't any more murders. Nothing was happening. Liz hated Navaro. They just didn't talk. Then we went into family life with Peter and his wife. Now she's mad because she's always calling him to solve these problems and crimes. Does that, and it's just like, wow, what is happening right now? And then there's like a whole spiritual aspect to this where some lady sees a dead guy on the ice, played by, what is her name? Because I need to get her name because she's awesome too. Fiona Shaw plays Rose Agonell. She's a fantastic actress. She did an amazing job. But her dead ex-husband started pointing in a direction of stuff, and I was like, wait, are we using supernatural stuff? Navaro starts seeing stuff that's supernatural. And you're just like, wait a minute, is it a ghost that did this? Or what is happening? Now, what I love about True Detective is that True Detective in no way holds your hand to explain anything to you. Okay, you need to figure it out and catch up, or you just fall behind and you got to go ask somebody. I thought he was dead. Is he not dead? He's probably not dead. As I said before, everybody in this show is broken. They all have a reason for being upset. I would be upset just because of nature outside. I would be pissed off because of that. But Navaro's upset. She's got her own reasons. Liz's daughter is upset because Liz does not hear her. She does not see her as Eskimo, and she would like to partake in some of the traditions, try to stop some of the things that's going on. Like they have a water problem, and there's been a lot of miscarriages in town, which Liz does not seem to give a shit about. She does not care. So everyone seems to have a problem. Plus, they're trying to solve this murder. It just seemed like they veered a little bit too far off course in episodes 3 and 4 for me. But then the episodes at the end of episode 4 and 5, they finally brought it back with a conversation between Finn's father, John Hawkes, who plays Hank Pryor. Do you finally start to see that he has some sort of involvement? I will tell you who I think it is. I mean, and I could be way off base, but I'm telling you right now, I think, wait for it, I think it's Ted. I think Ted is it, man. I think Ted is the one who's doing all of this stuff, right? Ted is a little bit too involved, right? He keeps coming up to Alaska for a smash, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not. You coming to me? Like I'm not getting on a plane and going there for sex. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. It's too far and too cold. But I think he's involved. Like he's always there. He's got his nose in everything. He wants to take the case back. I just believe, I don't have any real evidence for saying that he's it, but I just feel like he's it. Let me know in the comment section who you think is involved in this, other than Peter's dad, Hank, and this lady, the lady with an attitude problem, who also seems to be in on it. What are they protecting? What do you think is down there? And I'd love to hear your thoughts, man. I really do. But yeah, I'm interested in episode 5. I want to see where this goes. I'll do episode by episode after this. Hopefully this ends really well. It looks like it's starting to shape up to be really well. I started to see some comments saying that it wasn't as good as the first True Detective. I mean, that may be okay, but this has piqued my interest. I mean, I enjoyed it, you know. So yeah, let me know what you thought, man. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Later.